Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor for me to work for you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for your patriotism. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your love of America. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a privilege. It's an honor for me to work for you. I was so excited to be here today because you are the backbone of Illinois. Your patriotism, your dedication, your commitment, your passion, your love of Illinois, your love of America is what's going to allow us to turn our state around. It's going to allow us to turn our federal government around, starting right here this general election. Your hard work is what's going to let us get it done. And it's a privilege for me to help you do that. This is a historic time in the history of America. It's a historic time in the history of Illinois. Our democracy has been taken over by special interests, and our government is not working for you. Our government is not working for the people of America or the people of Illinois. It's working for special interests. Lobbyists, cronies, patronage workers, folks who make money from the government take your hard-earned tax dollars that should go to your schools and to the most vulnerable and gives it to themselves, those corrupt special interests. And those days are changing. We're changing it here in Illinois. We're changing it for permanent. That's what this is all about. People think we're fighting about a budget in Illinois. What we're really fighting about is the future of Illinois. That's what we're fighting about. That's what we're fighting about. The Democrats have had complete control of Illinois government for 12 years, and they've controlled the legislature for decades. And the legislature controls the spending, and the spending has been out of control. I can't find a year we've had a balanced budget, and I've looked back 25 years. Your hard-earned tax dollars have gone to waste and inefficiency and bureaucracy, and it hasn't gone to your school kids, it hasn't gone to our human services to help our most vulnerable. It's gone into a bureaucracy that is crushing you, our taxpayers and our homeowners, and we're ending those days right now. Here's why this election is so critical. And this is why your hard work is so essential this year. You know, people think, well, the system's broken, we can't change it, it's too tough, the special interests are too strong. You know what's strong? People who believe in democracy, who believe in freedom and opportunity. We're going to empower you, the people of Illinois. We're going to empower back to the people of Illinois and get these corrupt politicians out. Now listen, here the federal government was taken over completely by the Democrats after 2008. In 2009 and 2010, the Democrats controlled everything in Washington, D.C., and they set us on a trajectory of out-of-control spending, out-of-control borrowing, crushed our economy, crushing our taxpayers, losing jobs, lower family incomes. The Democrats, when they got total control of the presidency and Congress, they set us on a horrible track that we've had a heck of a time digging out of. This year, they don't have that control anymore. Republicans are going to control our federal government in every office. In every office. And the Democrats in Illinois have done the same thing to us. Illinois looks like the federal government, only way worse. Way worse. The spending is out of control. We never have a balanced budget, ever. Debt and deficits and unfunded pensions and constant borrowing and constant kicking the cans. We make promises to state employees about pensions and we just don't pay. And that's making you borrow at 8% because that's what the pension assets generate. You're forced to borrow. You've got $120 billion of debt you didn't even know you had put on by the Democrats who won't pay the pensions and kick the can. We are changing the system so we have honest financial management. We have true balanced budgets, so we have the confidence of employers to come back and hire the hardworking people of Illinois. And that's what we're going to start getting done right now. Now look, you guys know, primaries are brutally hard. And this primary season has been really hard, up and down the ticket. The good news, it's in the past. Now is the time to come together. Now is the time to unite up and down the ticket. Far Now is the time to come together. We believe in limited government and low taxes and individual liberty and personal responsibility. Our values are the values that have made America the greatest nation on earth. And you know what? Reasonable people can reasonably disagree on certain issues. It's okay. What unites us is far stronger and far larger than what divides us. And we're going to focus on what unites us. What we can't do is have Hillary get in the White House. No way Hillary's getting in the White House. No way, no way. And we've got to keep control of Congress. It's essential we keep control of Congress in both houses. That's why we got to be all in for Senator Mark Kirk. That's why, go Mark Kirk. That's why we got to be all in for our outstanding congressional delegation. We have an outstanding Republican congressional delegation here from Illinois. Up in the Northeast, got Bob Dole, Peter Roskam, Randy Hultgren. North Central, we got Adam Kinzinger. We got Darren LaHood. They're fantastic. Further south, we got Rodney Davis. We got John Shimkus. We got Mike Boss. Let's hear it for our congressional delegation. They're fantastic. Fantastic. This is the year we take back the White House, we control Congress, and we're going to restore the prosperity and the pride in the great nation of America. This is our year for the Republicans to come back into power. Now listen. We got the federal fight, and boy, do we have a heck of a fight on our hands here in Illinois. You are here because you love Illinois. You believe in democracy. You believe in freedom. You believe in a system that works for people, not special interests. That's why you're here. And God, I love you guys. I'm all in for you. In Illinois, we got a heck of a fight in front of us, but you know what? We are going to win. We are going to win. Through your hard work, we're going to bring in the resources and put together the biggest ground game that's ever been done for legislative races in Illinois history. And we are going to pick up seats against the corrupt Chicago machine and Madigan's Democrats. We are going to pick up seats. Now listen, one person I need every one of you in this room to get out and bust your tails for. She's essential, she's a superstar, and her job as comptroller, keeping our state functioning when we don't have a budget and making sure it gets managed the right way. We got a fantastic comptroller. We need you guys all in for Leslie Munger. Let's hear it for Leslie Munger. Leslie Munger's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Leslie. I am so proud and I'm so excited of our ticket of our legislators that we've got running for office. We have got fantastic state reps running. We've got fantastic state senators running. We've got a great legislative caucus in Springfield, and I'm so proud of them. Madigan has thrown the mud at them every week with phony votes and pressure votes, and our caucus has stayed firm, stood strong, and I am so proud of our Republican caucus. They have been disciplined like you can't believe. Madigan told me right after I won, he said, Governor, you're going to have a harder time with your own caucus than you're going to have with me. Boy, that is baloney, and we told him that is wrong. That is wrong. Our Republican caucus has stood strong on principle. Principle, protecting taxpayers, protecting school children, focused on jobs and growth, and ending this system of corruption that we've got going on and self-dealing. We are fighting. We're a unified party in the legislature, but we need more of us. And that's why this election is so essential. We need you guys in every regard. Call your neighbors, call your friends, send out emails, get on Facebook, whatever you're comfortable doing, man the phones with us. This election cycle is critical. We have got to pick up seats against Mike Madigan's Democrats and the Chicago political machine. You know what we got to point out is there's Democrats who in their districts around the state, and there's Democrats around the state, they say they're voting for their district, they say they're working for their local constituents, and then they vote 100% with what Mike Madigan tells them. And they're voting for the Chicago machine, not for the people in their own districts. And we got to let everybody know that. The Chicago machine has run Illinois into the ground, and Chicago machine cannot run our state anymore. Period, end of story. Yeah, we're going to change it. Here's a simple fact. We got fewer jobs in Illinois today than we had 17 years ago. Can you believe that? And because we got fewer jobs, we got lower average family incomes in Illinois than we had 17 years ago. That is an outrage, ladies and gentlemen. We should be kicking tails. We should be kicking tails. We got the hardest working people in America. We got the best location of any state in America. We got the best agriculture of any state in America. We've had the best infrastructure of any state in America. We should be kicking tails. We should be booming. We should be one of the top 10 growing states in America. Instead, we're always in the bottom few states. That is wrong. That is a failure of leadership in our government. It's a failure of the Chicago political machine to do what's right for the people of Illinois. And Madigan's Democrats are always saying, Governor, stop talking about reforms. That has nothing to do with the budget. Just do a budget. And when he says do a budget, what he means is, hey, Governor, support a tax hike to cover all the years of deficits that I've been running up. And the answer is no way in heck that's ever happening. And I am not. Let me be crystal clear. I will never, ever sign an unbalanced budget, ever. And I will never support any new taxes without major new reforms, and will not. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And you know what's gratifying, really gratifying, is I travel the state, and I love my job. I love working for it. I'm a workaholic. I got my work ethic from my grandfather. He was a dairy farmer. Not many people work harder than dairy farmers. I never want to milk another cow in my life, by the way, but that's okay. But you know, my grandfather lived in a little double-wide trailer, spoke Swedish, didn't speak a lot of English, didn't have much money. He was a union guy, by the way. He was a union guy. It's okay. People say I'm anti-union. I am pro-taxpayer, and I'm pro-jobs. That's what I'm pro. As I travel the state of Illinois, and I drive. I love driving. I'm either on my Harley or with the troopers. Going with the troopers is pretty nice because they don't have to pay attention to how fast we drive. It's pretty nice. But you know what? I travel the state 7 days a week, and I love this state. It's a beautiful state. We got wonderful people. And I got people coming up to me every day, dozens of people would come up to me and say, Governor, stay strong. Don't back down. Don't give in. You're on the right track. And I'll tell you this, about a quarter of the time they go in and say, and by the way, Governor, I'm a Democrat. I don't even normally vote for Republicans, but I love what you're doing. Madigan's a problem. Stay strong. Don't back down. And a lot of this baloney, they spin it, oh, I'm anti-union. I got a lot of union guys come up to me and say, Governor, I know my boss would be cranky if he saw me talking to you, but I love what you're doing. We need more jobs in this state, and my property taxes are killing me. I'm all in for you. We support you. We support you. What we need in this state is economic growth. We need economic opportunity. We need more jobs. That means higher family incomes and a better quality of life. That's what this is all about. And that's what our party is about, growing the economy. We are the party of growth and opportunity. That's our message, and that's why we're going to win. And we're going to bring a lot of folks who normally vote with the Democrats are going to be voting with us going forward. We're going to expand our party. Here's a simple fact. When Madigan says, Governors, don't talk about reforms, just do a budget. And I say, I'm fine to do a budget, but it's going to be balanced. I'm not signing any more of your phony budgets. So I'm going to sign a real budget that's really balanced. And I ain't doing any new revenue. I don't even talk about it unless we get real major reforms. And when he says, but that has nothing to do with the budget. Let's be crystal clear. Economic growth is 100% about the budget. It's what drives the budget. It's what drives the budget. And we will never have balanced budgets unless we're growing our economy strong. It won't happen. It can't happen. We've got to stop with deficit spending, and we've got to stop thinking that we can keep growing government spending faster than our economy grows and faster than our family incomes rise. That's a simple fact. It's math. We can't get there when the government spending's like this and our economic growth is like this. It won't happen. The math doesn't work. The math doesn't work. And I want you to understand an important fact. Tell your friends and your neighbors. If we had just grown at the nation's average, just average, and by the way, I'm going to make us a top 10 growing state. We're going to be top 10 growing state instead of bottom 5. But if we had just grown at the nation's average for the last 15 years, just average, nothing special, we should be better than average. But if we had just grown at the nation's average the last 15 years, you know what? Today, we would have no budget deficit. We would have no unpaid bills. We would not have needed the Democrats' 2011 tax hike at all. And we would have $19 billion more in the state treasury to fund our schools and to fund our human services and give you guys a tax rebate like they're doing in Indiana and other states. That's what we could do from economic growth. That's what we're pushing, economic growth, more opportunity, more jobs, higher family incomes. And we've got to change the system so our government works for you again. It hasn't been working for you for years and years. The culture of self-dealing, corruption, cronyism, these career politicians becoming wealthy from their position, it's wrong, and we got to end it, and we got to end it now. That's why I will never give up. I will never give in. I'm fighting hard on two things: fair maps and term limits. I will fight on fair maps and term limits for all the time, all the time. And you know what? The wonderful thing, and the reason we're going to win long run through persistence and hard work, is every policy that we're recommending, every reform that I'm pushing hard for, Democrats support too. These are not just partisan reforms. Democrats are sick and tired of the highest property taxes in America. They don't want to have their property taxes keep going through the roof. And Democrats believe in local control, just like I do. They would love to get control of the bargaining and bidding and contracting in their community, their school district, their town, their county. Democrats support this. Madigan doesn't like it because his cronies and his patronage workers and his lobbyists don't like it. But Democratic voters like local control, and they want to end the abusive property taxes in this state. That's why we're going to win the day on property taxes and property tax relief. Every Democrat in the state wants more jobs. Every Democrat in the state wants higher incomes. Sometimes they misread the baloney spin coming from the other side. The reality is, being pro-business means pro-growth, and everybody on the other side says, well, but we care about employees. We're pro-employee. You can't be pro-employee if you're not also pro-employer. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. If you don't have employers growing and thriving, you ain't got employees. That's what we got to wake up in this state. Let's face reality. We got to become pro-growth. That means helping small business become bigger business. We are the party of small business, and we're going to help small business become bigger business. Here's a simple fact. Here's a simple fact. The majority of people in Illinois either own a small business or work in a small business. That's a fact. And if we're not helping small business, we are failing. We will not have a higher quality of life for the people of Illinois. Everything we do has got to help small business become bigger business and grow. And that's what we're advocating hugely. Get the regulations and the red tape and the restrictions off the backs of our small business owners. Shrink the bureaucracy and the weight on top of our economy. That's what we're fighting for. That's what we're fighting for. And you know what? The vast majority of Democrats, just like us Republicans, vast majority, support term limits, and they support fair maps and redistricting reform. Hugely popular. It's the right thing to do. And we're going to message and we're going to expand our tent. We're a big tent, like Ronald Reagan said. We're a big tent as a Republican Party. We are going to grow our party in Illinois. And because we are all about what people really care about. Jobs, taxes, schools, and a democracy that's empowered to the people, not the special interest groups. Power to the people of America, power to the people of Illinois. That's what we stand for. So listen, big battle. We need you. We need you. You are the ground troops. You're the battlers for us. Your friends, your neighbors, get out. Tell everybody. Get them registered to vote. Tell them what's going on. We're going to be shooting you a lot of emails with the messages of what we're doing around the state. We're bringing in all kinds of hardworking young people. We're reaching out aggressively to the young people of Illinois so that they can have a great future in this state. We're getting high school kids, we're getting college kids who want to live in Illinois but are sick and tired of the lack of job opportunities and looking at trying to buy a home and looking at those property tax bills and going, holy cow, how do I pay that? You know what? We're going to change it, and the young people, we're bringing them to our values, our position, freedom, opportunity, the core values that have made America the greatest nation on earth. So, let me ask you a question. Do you want us to keep fighting for balanced budgets with less wasteful government spending? Yeah. Do you want us to fight, keep fighting, to give you the power to lower your property tax bill? Do you want us to reform our regulations, reduce the red tape so we can grow more jobs with higher family incomes? Do you want us to keep fighting for fair maps so we can have competitive general elections again in the state? Do you want us to keep fighting for term limits to end the career politician's stranglehold in our democracy? Yes. Well, I'm all in for you. This is our year. God bless you. Let's go out there and let's win these elections. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. All in for you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.